Wade Stephen Wilson, that's the guy's name.
Okay.
Okay, you guys got him? Twist there.
This is exactly what happened in October 2019 in Southwest Florida, when a case unfolded that would shock even the experienced investigators. Within less than 12 hours, 2 women were brutally killed.
We're not going to have any problems. Just give me the keys to the car. Don't go anywhere. Hey. Alpha 8, we're near.
The story started on night of the October 6, 2019 at a local bar in Florida called the Buddha Live. Wade Wilson went to the bar with his girlfriend, Melissa Montanez, who also goes by the name Mila. While they were inside, they got into the huge fight. The argument got so bad that Wade grabbed Mila's car key, left her at the bar, and drove away in her car. So at this point, Mila had to call a friend to pick her up because she had no any option left. After that, she spent the night at her friend's home. Meanwhile, Wade kept drinking and driving around in car. After some time, he went back to the exact same bar. This time, he started talking to a stranger named Jason, and they became quick friends. A bit later, a woman named Christine Milton and her best friend, Stephanie, walked into the bar for girls' night out. Wade and Jason walked up to them, and to hide his real identity, Wade introduced himself to the woman as a JR.
How did he introduce himself to you?
At that point, he introduced himself as JR.
You see JR sitting in the courtroom today?
Yes, right there in a bright blue suit.
The 4 of them spent the rest of the night drinking and laughing together, and no one had any idea that anything bad was about to happen. When the bar closed, they decided to keep the party going and went to the Jason's apartment. After hanging out there for a couple of hours, Jason decided to stay home. But Wade, Christine and Stephanie wanted to go to Christine's apartment. Since they had all been drinking, they booked an Uber together and left Mila's car parked near Jason's neighborhood. They got to Christine's apartment early in the morning. Stephanie only stayed for about 15 minutes before leaving at 6 a.m. to get her child ready for school and go to work. As soon as Stephanie left, Wade and Christine were completely alone inside the apartment. Wade Wilson, who was heavily under the influence of drugs, turned into a monster and brutally choked her to death. When the authorities asked later why he did it, Wade calmly admitted that he had no personal reason to kill her. He chose to take her life simply for the sake of killing, because he had a sudden evil urge to see what it feels like to murder someone. After hiding her body under the blankets inside the home, he stole her black Nissan Versa, leaving his girlfriend's car abandoned near neighborhood of Jason.
He said he stayed in the house for a little while, and then he rolled her up and was going to try to put her in her trunk, but he couldn't lift her.
So what did he tell you he did when he couldn't get her body into her own trunk?
He left her there and took her car.
Wade then drove straight to the business owned by his girlfriend Mila, called Mila's Spa. Still fueled by pure anger from their massive fight at the Buddha Live bar the night before, the moment Mila saw Wade pulling up in a strange car, she knew something was wrong. Her fear came true when Wade jumped out and tried to force her into the vehicle, dragging her by hair, beating her and biting her face. Fortunately, Mila managed to escape into the neighboring business and called 911. When the police arrived at the spa, they found Mila terrified, bleeding and in a deep shock.
What happened?
He tried to get me in the car, and I know once I got in the car I would never see tomorrow. He punched me straight in the nose. I would lose tooth and
Do you need EMS?
No.
Based on her information, the police immediately put out an emergency alert to all the units for the stolen black Nissan. The police were only treating this as a domestic violence case at the time. They had no idea that the car actually belonged to a woman who was already dead in her apartment. This critical missing piece of information meant while the police were searching for an assault suspect, a dangerous killer was freely roaming the streets, actively looking for his next innocent target. That woman was 43-year-old Diane Ruiz. Diane was a hard-working mother and a bartender who was simply going through her normal day. She had no connection to Wade Wilson and no reason to believe she was in danger. According to the evidence found during the investigation, Diane was walking down the street on her way to work when Wade stopped next to her in a stolen car. He rolled down the window and asked her for the directions to trick her and make her trust him. Diane was a kind person, so she got into the car to help guide him and show him the way. At first, it seemed like a normal, friendly conversation, but things quickly got dangerous once he was inside. Diane soon realized something was wrong and tried to escape the car, but Wade stopped her and started attacking her physically. A violent struggle unfolded inside the moving vehicle. Diane fought for her life, but Wade overpowered her. She was strangled during the attack until she lost consciousness. After she was no longer able to resist, Wade drove to a more isolated area where the final act of violence occurred. Wade pulled Diane out of the car and left her on the ground. This extreme brutality of the attack shocked even experienced investigators, who later described the crime scene as incredibly violent and difficult to process. At this point, within a span of less than 12 hours, 2 women had been killed. After some minutes of driving aimlessly, Wade went to a local business owner, who was actually his friend. Wade calmly told him that he had killed 2 women, and he asked his friend to get him a bus ticket or money so he could flee Florida entirely. Even though he was talking about murder, Wade was completely calm and did not seem rushed or panicked. The friend realized how serious the situation was. Instead of helping Wade, the friend made an important choice and called the police. He gave them valuable details about exactly where Wade was and how he was acting.
He's got tattoos, he's shirtless, he killed some people, and he just hurt a girl, 2309 Hancock Church Parkway. Okay.
Okay. What is the phone number you're calling from?
239-313-8164.
Not wearing a shirt.
I'm not wearing a shirt right now.
What color pants?
I think he was wearing jeans.
How old is he? About how old is he?
I would say 25, 26.
How did he arrive?
In a black car. In a black metal four-door car. Nissan car.
At the same time, Wade also made a phone call to his biological father, Stephen Testasika. This conversation would later become one of the most important pieces of evidence. Stephen later told investigators that he realized his son was not going to surrender willingly, and that more harm could occur if he was not stopped immediately. Faced with an impossible moral decision, Stephen chose to cooperate with authorities. He continued the conversation long enough to gather information about Wade's location, then immediately relayed that information to police. This decision allowed law informants to narrow down their search and move in quickly. Within hours, officers tracked Wade to residence where he was hiding. The area was surrounded and the situation came to an end without further loss of life. Wade Wilson was taken into custody and formally arrested.
The right
The case against Wade Wilson moved to the Lee County Circuit Court in Florida, quickly becoming one of the most widely watched and unsettling trials in modern history. To give the jury a complete understanding of his life, the court decided to light on a deeply troubled background of Wade Wilson that began long before the crimes. Born in 1994 to teenage parents who were unable to raise him, Wade was placed for adoption as an infant and taken in by a loving couple, Steve and Candace Wilson. Although he grew up in a stable and supportive home, Wade suffered at least 4 severe head injuries and consciousness during his youth. By his teenage years, his life began to spiral out of the control as he fell into heavy substance of abuse, starting with prescription pill and alcohol before developing severe addiction to street drugs. This dangerous mix of childhood brain trauma and drug addiction fueled a dark pattern of unpredictable violence that eventually led to his arrest. When the trial began in June 2024, viewers around the world were shocked by Wilson's cold courtroom behavior and the large Nazi swastika tattooed covering his face. Prosecutors built a massive case against him by bringing key witnesses to the stand to recreate the timeline of murders. Christine Milton's best friend, Stephanie. She described how normal Wade Wilson seemed at the bar, while his girlfriend, Melissa Montanez, gave emotional testimony about how he brutally attacked her at her spa right after the murder. In a dramatic twist, Wade's biological father, Steven Testaseka, also testified against his son. He told the jury about terrifying phone calls where Wade calmly bragged about the killings, admitted he killed Christine just for the sake of killing, and confessing that he repeatedly ran over his second victim. And again on August 27, 2024, the judge officially sentenced Wade Wilson to death. So this was the case. And thank you so much for watching this video. This was the Blood Report signing off.